Howdy, Possum Patty here, and it is Trash Tuesday, so come on along. This is my true trashy junk journal with really no journaling and no pictures in it. It is just all trash. And sometimes I'm at a little bit of a loss what to do, because like if I have something to start with, like a picture or a journaling idea, I can develop the page around that. But with this one, it's just like a free fall. And sometimes I just don't know where to go or what to do. But I got some really pretty mail. I have a whole pile of trash here. I'm trying to clean some stuff up. And this is from the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society, the Philadelphia Flower Show. And I thought this envelope was very pretty. Live life in full bloom. I cut open the top a little bit. Even the flower has stamps on it. It has a nice little window in there. I'm wondering if I could get this in here somehow. What it would fit on, or how I can incorporate this into the journal. Page has got some thick pieces on it. Oh, that was a gift bag. That was from the handle on the gift bag. I could cover it with this, maybe, somehow. And I have, this is from the inside brochure. That's kind of pretty too. Put that on there. And then I can add things to it. Don't really need to use the whole envelope, although it is pretty. Maybe I'll use this instead. I started this, I have no idea where I'm going. I have a plate that is left over from birthdays in February. It has pretty flowers on it. And a matching napkin with some pretty flowers. I could go somewhere. And let's see. I got Happy Easter. Oh, this is from Easter with the family. This is one of those guest towels, but it's kind of pretty. That can go somewhere in one of the journals. Maybe that should go in the Easter journal, although the colors look good with that. And I have a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I have a watering can from that other page I did. I have a cat in my lap. I don't know what she wants today. For a little bit of a smaller page here. This one's a little smaller. I do have, oh, watch out, sorry. She's climbing it again. I wonder if you can Mod Podge on the sticker. Cardboard that comes in the stickers from the Dollar Tree. Just looking for a white background for this napkin. To put something on here with these big pieces of cardboard. I don't think they'll come off. Cover that up with something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go through this pile and see how many things I could pull out to put on a page. Okay, what I decided to do was try to take those big pieces of cardboard off of here. And I did a pretty good job. I almost ripped through right there, but that's okay. I'm going to reinforce the page. This is just an old book page that is nicely aged. And I am going to use some matte medium to put this down on here. And then I am going to Mod Podge some of this pretty napkin on top of it. I saw somebody do this once where they did it over a book page, and I kind of like that effect. So I am going to put a whenever I start cleaning, I make a mess. So I started trying to straighten out some stuff, so I made a mess. I start pulling everything out. And it looks a lot worse until it starts looking better. Okay, so I have my Liquitex matte medium. I don't have too much left. This was a really big jar. I think I got this for Christmas years ago. Mr. Possum, what do you want for Christmas? I want matte medium. Big jar. Okay. Now this is going to be at an angle. So I'm going to have to hold it with my hand. And I'm just going to put a layer of the matte medium down, and then I'm going to put the book page on top. This is an old gift bag that I stuck in here. This journal was part of a prompt. Use paper bags to make a journal. And I did say make a trashy journal, I just said make a journal, and I decided to make it my trashy. So it's kind of like art journaling with trash. Art journaling with trash. This is a really old book. Okay, and I'm going to put a layer on top. This page is from a book called Chums, C-H-U-M-S, Chums. And it's basically all stories for boys or men or young men. Mostly about war and pirates and adventure. And the pages are all so nicely yellowed. Uh-oh, here comes a cat. Last time she jumped up when I was gluing stuff, it took me 2 days to get this stuff out of her tail. She got her tail in the glue. So I really don't want her to get in my lap right now. Let me post my chair up. Keep her away. Okay, what part of the napkin do I want? Alright, let's see. Try it this way. It's okay if it wrinkles up. Okay, we'll call that possum straight, which means it's not straight at all. And we're good with that. Okay, now I am going to add a little bit of this sparkle Mod Podge to the matte medium. Oh, I probably should have shook it up. Okay, I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I don't know if all the sparkles fall to the bottom or not, but put a little bit in there. Way too much, but I'll just pour it back in the jar when I'm done. Mr. Possum's got his tractor running. I don't know what he's doing out there. But it is quite breezy, sunny, and about 60 degrees. We don't have the heat on in the house, that's why I have a sweater on. This time of year, it's funny because when it's sunny, it gets like warmer outside than it is in the house, unless you run the heat, but no sense running the heat. I will cut the napkin after. Oh, now we're getting some nice wrinkles in there. That's good. That'll just give it a nice texture. Okay. Dumping the Mod Podge back in the jar. Uh-oh, Cat didn't give up. She's still stalking me here. So I'm going to have to let this dry for a while, I guess. Okay, use your finger tool. Okay, I'll come back when this is dry. I'm back. And I went ahead and took the other part of the napkin, the other half of the napkin. Still got a little bit of napkin left here. And another book page, and just did the opposite page here. It's a little bit smaller than that page. And while I was waiting for the Mod Podge to dry, I started cutting up the paper plate. And I'm thinking about making this little two-dimensional on here. Maybe I'll cut out that rose and put that rose there. And then I'm going to cut out this watering can and put it up here. So I'm thinking two-dimensional. And maybe those little foam dots, which I have somewhere. Or foam tape, which I have somewhere. This stuff here. What do you think? This is pretty wide. Pretty wide, so I might cut a couple little pieces here. So I'm just going to back this with some foamy tape and put it down right there. Well, I like that three-dimensional effect there. I wish I had another paper plate, but I only snagged one from the party and 2 napkins. Is this trash? Yeah, it's trash. If you didn't buy it for journaling, if you grabbed it from leftovers from a party, then it is trash. Of course, you can put anything into your trashy that you want. There are no rules. But for it to be a real trashy, you need to have some trash in there. Okay, I'm cutting out the watering can. I was just thinking the last page was flowers, but that was the bunny and the bees and the birds and the blooms. There's a treasure in your backyard. And this one I'm watering flowers, but I guess, you know, it's that time of year. Spring, April showers bring May flowers. We're all thinking about the flowers. In warmer weather. Unless you're in the southern hemisphere. Then you're in fall, which is also a lovely time of the year. Well, the battery just died, and I was just mumbling on about spring and flowers and bees, so I don't know what footage I lost. But I'm going to put the watering can with the hand and the watering can up here in the corner, like that. Gonna have to trim it a little bit so that it fits on the page right about there. Okay, need some glue. Stinky glue, I'm using this stinky glue. This is the beacon poster and foam board glue. That one is almost empty, but I got several more. Okay, there's my watering can. More glue. Right there. I think that's good enough. Good enough, good enough. Okay. Need that. So it's a very pretty page. I'm thinking about a bee or a butterfly. Something I could die cut out of trash. This is some packaging from the floss I bought the other day. And for some reason it reminds me of spring with the yellow, the pink, the green, the light blue. And it has nothing to do with what's on this page. Except for I like the colors. And I was thinking of putting that here and maybe putting the words "in full bloom" on it. Let's see if they're going to fit. So nice of everyone to send me some really pretty junk mail in full bloom like that. up here. Or I can make this into a tuck, and then when I have a card or something, I could put it in here. Ooh, let's do that. Because this is a nice sturdy card. And then when I get some more pictures, I can make a card. Trashies go on forever and ever. Well, that's not true because I finished my other trashy, but that was a journal trashy and it was not as big as this. Okay, I'm going to put that right in the corner. And, oops. I'm going to put this right on there. In full bloom. Get out your trash and play. Okay, like that. So I used my magazine. I used my flyer. I used some trash. I used napkins. I used paper plate. All right, I'm going to look for some label or something. This is pretty. I want to die cut maybe some bees or butterflies or something. I could put a border down here. All right, I'll be right back. I took this set. I took the little bee die. This is a Momenta. I bought that for my bee journal, which I really need to be working on. And I took some Jell-O Cook and Serve chocolate pudding box. And I die cut some bees. And I have a couple of green bees. And a couple of chocolate pudding bees. And a couple of red and white Jell-O bees. And even a UPC code B. I like that one, black and white stripes. And I cut off the tabs from the Jell-O box, and I thought maybe I would put a tab on the page because I hardly ever do that. And some chocolate pudding bees to match that. I'm going with brown on this page. I have a brown watering can. I'm going to put a couple of these brown bees on here. And the chocolate pudding tab. So that brown all goes together in that page. On this side, I think I might go with the black and white and the green bees on this page. Like that. So, I like my chocolate pudding bees. My chocolate pudding bees. Okay, where's that paper I was gluing on? Down here. I make my chocolate pudding with almond milk. Is this empty? I mean, I had it standing on its head and it still doesn't want to come out. I make my chocolate pudding with almond milk. And it tastes just as good. If you use any other kind of milk, though, you have to be careful of the, Wait, I'll be right back. Stand by. I left my poker tool somewhere. Where is it? Poker tool. I can't find anything when I got a mess on the desk. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So you got to be careful when you use non-milk milk, because some of them don't work as well when you're making pudding. And almond milk works pretty well. Not vanilla flavor, just the original. The original one. Got my 2 brown pudding bees there. Okay, I'm putting some glue on the tabs. The Jello tabs. There's nothing on that side. I'm not going to worry about it. It's the trashy. You don't have to worry about anything. This is just creative play. Creative play. Probably need to hold that down for a second before I glue the other bees, so I'll be right back. Come on, glue. I made the mistake of standing it up instead of putting it on its head. Now the cats wanted to get out, and now they're banging on the door to come back in. Okay, there's one green bee. Too much glue on there. Two green bees. Oh, and I was getting the mail walking down the lane. I saw a really beautiful, bright green, metallic beetle walking around in the road. It was so pretty. I took pictures. I'm gonna have to journal about that. See, I've got my watercolor journal and I've got my garden journal, but I need a nature journal. So I gotta get the bee journal together so I can use that for my nature journal, because I want it separate than the garden. All right, I'm loving it so far. Anything else I want to put here? And my tab. I need a journaling card. I need a journaling card. The Jello box is a little small for that, so I'll be right back. I can cut this down to size. Let's see. How big do I want it? Ooh, about like that. About like that. Perfect. 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 Okay. And maybe I can cover the back of that with this. That would be interesting. And then this side I can put something else on that side. Okay, to make this fit on the card, I had to cut off some of the flowers, so I think I'll glue them back on as best I can. Cat jumped up on my shoulder. I like this purple flower. And then I got some more purple flowers here. And I had another flower here somewhere. And where did that one go? Oh, there it is. I got another flower. In full bloom. Yeah, I'll put this flower over here. Cat is tickling my ear. She's probably hungry. She probably wants to eat again. So I got my stinky glue. And I was going to do what, purple on this side? Yeah. Was I doing it that way or was I doing it this way? This way? Not paying attention. Too busy messing with the cat. Okay, we will put that there. I think I'll cut this down just a little bit more. Like that. And then I will trim it off. And then I still haven't found anything for the other side. Look around the table here. Gonna have to put something there because there's no journaling in this journal. Just artful trash. Got glue everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to glue down this side. And how do I have that? Sort of like that. There. Cut that little bit of a corner off. So there's sure to be glue on my scissors. Oop, these really need to be cleaned. I just take a little bit of sandpaper to them and they come out just fine. Okay, now one more side. This is from the paper plate. Alright, let me see what else I have. Well, I cut this out, but you know what? That's too many in full blooms because I have one on the other side and I have one over there. So in the brochure, ooh, that's pretty there too. I'll save that for something else. I'll save that for something else. Where's this nice lady with a wall of orchids, it looks like. And it says, welcome. Welcome, welcome. And I have some more flowers. Maybe I can ink around the edge. Ooh, you know what? If I had the word spring, I could put that on there. Do I have the word spring? I don't think so. I don't think so. But that's okay. If I find it, I can add it on. I have Happy Easter. Happy Easter. It is Easter weekend in the Orthodox Church, which is usually a week after the other churches. How's that? Let me just glue this down real quick. Okay, I'm going to ink the edges because they are white. And that's what we do. Some nice purple on here. I think that looks like lavender to me. So I put a little busy bee in the corner. Pollinators love the lavender. Ooh, now that makes a big difference, doesn't it? How pretty. Let's do the other side, because why not? Or I should say, why? Just because. No, this is not the Just Because book. We can still say it. I just went over there and closed the door so I could record. And already the cats are banging. They weren't in here when the door was open. As soon as I closed the door, they want to come in. All right, well, I think that is enough for my welcome in full bloom spring bumblebee, Jello pudding box bees, I should say, watering can, three-dimensional flowers, napkin, paper plate, embroidery floss. This is a sticker thing that comes with the stickers. Brochure that came in the mail. Isn't that pretty? That was from something I got at the Dollar Tree. Happy Easter. It's just a little wet. Probably shouldn't put it in there, but oh, I know I can put it in this way. Like that. Give the bee time to dry. Well, there she is. And I just want to wish everybody happy trashy or junk journaling. Thanks for coming along today. I hope you enjoyed this very spring-like page. Bye-bye.